Okay. Let's move. Right, Medase say over Saturday morning, the most authoritative, the most fantastic, the show of the people. Show a man for no who say or mine no 77 previous and you're going to show a man for no ejitum say a can't woman said yet here. You show a man for an ejitum say and you show a change you magnet and you show a shada a tricky or magnet and you show a war a buying side. A show a what the man for the people side and no a brand also on TV XYZ. Medical catch us from 1957. Kwame Nkrumah Jefa ahudie ma wo my Ghana ebesi enei se yebedi nkomo a from eye Tumu Jakeche to eye Jamestown from eye Jelukope edikosi eye Elubo babia no yedi nkomo edi na bra na so enei enye different yebesa edi nkomo na bra na so enei finally whether E-Levy has been passed or not yebehwe sa nkomo no ne edi ye. But you see, you better go into details, the realities and dangers of E-Levy Ayediaba. E-Levy Akko Court, which the Supreme Court, minority of Parliament, at the court, court. Nana Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic, at the Nensa Asha Sea Assign. Yebeshe and also on some na yaka. Yebeshe leadership in general and the sensitivity of a young Krofo who are supposed to be leaders of the country. But unfortunately, they are not in touch with reality. They are not in touch with the people. Yebedi sa nkomoni nyina. Me dami wa ba me ba clearly. Finance Minister wanonso esa E-Levy asa. Yebehwe eye General Esiedun Ketia was say the clerk of Parliament has been compromised. Yebedi sa nkomono. Yedi nkomoni wi a yebehwe practicality of a new man and now the Akufo-Addo we expect to say a leadership ankasa no buy so Ghana for. These are things some of us expected he would have done way before. And so unfortunately it looks like he's not in touch with reality. Yabako niako Dr. Stephen Amwa, a friend sticker MP for Inshiaso, former CEO for Mashlock. Some of the things are on Newsfile or Professor here. Yefriwa State of the Nation address Nana Akufo-Addo Agenda 111 and yebehwe nsamne pepa over Facebook and no share in 10 na eja a lot of people so have the idea Abran also on TV XYZ. I still remain the born Badia, the field marshal, the squadron leader, the ranger, the buffalo, the Huahi Royal, the General Kabaka Bomfa Edeshia and Mr. Chiradeshia Mifra Santiago. Then I'm saying, me who hinting over to me stress on the Huahi Royal. I am the man that bears the spirit of our forebears from Patrice Lumumba, Che Guevara, Fidel Castro, Raul Castro, Camilo Fusiango, all the way down to Martin Luther, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Yadeba Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Kabarara, Inyerere, Madibo Keita, Jomo Kenyatta, Leopold Senghor, Samora Mase, Nelson Mandela, all the people that fought for the freedoms of the black race and the African continent. I bear their spirit and I'm working in truth using ground-to-target missile, air-to-surface intercontinental ballistic missile, laser-guided missile, more than what they are using on Ukraine soil. I am using laser-guided missile, and today it will go to the Nanado, it will go to whoever. Okatakyei Afrifa Mensa is on with our brand also on TV XYZ. Come here.
Easter Chawodo, Menso Midieni, XYZ Broadcasting, Eddie Easter Chawodo, Eddie Ababe Boadi, and Yasam Ketwa. Easter Way, Yabetre Oman Fodo, na Oman Fayetro Modo, Ayan Krofa, Wonumo any Ashafo, Enkakani Wonuma Womo in Yankafie, Yetra Womodo, Amanyankopo Donoso Aswomoso, Ain't Brabeka XYZ Broadcasting Limited for home. Na Easter Friday, 15th April 2022, Yanko Inyankafie, na Yanko Yadoye. Enti yesho bien cry say, Bibi bia wo bia.
Say Yesika, Ediane, Anonom dear, Entoma, Entadie, Samena, Empabwa, Yabejino odoso.
ketewa bi ensha enti efri ne ye ekọ wobetumi de wachede aba edane duru a yede akwa akọche number na wobetumi de usika send so eye 0597 215419 0597 215419 na mebusem etre dunkron ne chichemu dunson ese ne wo hunu ohiani mobono woye ede manyankopon na nyankopon so ese tua sa nipa no eho ka
YZ enkomo said them di kakache on and ye baby be different kra in the studios you know and ye benya guests near senya a young crowd coming from different backgrounds or mobile bebusa questions then we can answer we can all deliberate on how we think this nation can be solved ye behwe ekwan ye fa so a sabio adwene nyansa ha na nyansa ewo aha ana nyansa ewo eti sempanimfo no say if they are lacking the wisdom and the ability to think and bring us a practical stuff. I bet me abua amo minor akwa anymore. And ye mu bi beboa a professor solutions. A practical and yama ye professional and ye dear ye needed a real a nyama Kwame Nkrumah will term it as African solutions for African problems. These are things that ye anga say hono si sha si ya ye bet me akọ. Dr. Stephen Amua which is teka ekabi ye be ko ni akwa kotie but in the meantime General Secretary of the NDC we are sure some Mokai say, Yakase, E-Levy, ya pass last week, ye, Ama, Nanadu Danko Kufa, the President of the Republic, Eden Sasha, say, assign. But the question we are asking is that indeed, E-Levy, ya pass, was it an illegality? How many members of parliament do we have? Is it 275? And I say, 274. Say, 275, because High Court decision, or my, does it take effect the very moment High Court take a decision? And I say High Court take a decision. As you about the floor of Parliament. Emma a yes Speaker of Parliament. Eka say declare seat in vacant and no a majority for a decision majority for or more argument minority still they had a year 275 and MPP did not have a quorum for voting ye be this uncommon but baby a very important General Secretary of the NDC General Asiedun Ketia o make allegations say the clerk of parliament as at the time ye ka E-Levy wonsem a omo work out no or ye ade bi yenko tie General Secretary of the NDC Babaka then we will know what to say yenko tie no
you will only be relying on the documentation in parliament so the agenda is now to come and compromise the clerk's office so that the evidence is also destroyed.
That's a serious allegation, sir.
Yes, but this is the evidence on paper. You see, every other paper should have a column for corrections of votes and proceedings. Today's have opportunity to correct votes and proceedings. In some cases, when I was here, we will even do statements before the president comes to present. So it is interesting to find out that these votes and proceedings, which represent the minutes of yesterday, have been cooked. And then the opportunity to correct the cooked document is also...
Wait. Listen, the key word, General Asiedun Ketia. Mind you, General Asiedun Ketia has been a member of parliament before. Mind you. Secondly, or a general secretary of the biggest opposition party. So obviously, Otimin for NDC for Aguni Mediagro, Otimin for members of parliament, and Ghana for Enina Aguni Mediagro. The word General Asiedun Ketia used here was that the clerk has cooked the papers. If the papers has been cooked, that means it is an illegality, right? Yentie General Asiedun Ketia bi ye wi a yento ankomo so yentie no. Follow.
The cooked document is also denied. So that is how serious it is. You look at this. Honorable Kwajokum, the minister who it is claimed was brought here in ambulance, he never entered the parliament house. And yet he has been marked present. And then hold on. So mind you,
Yenyanentia from parliament, which members of parliament, including Mutala Muhammad, Ebetena Menim Ewo Power 97.9 can say MPP4 on the day of sa e-voting, or mobile voting on sa etwitwamene atutu bottom E-Levy Ghana for nyina so omompeba Akufo-Addo, who is very insensitive, Dr. Bawumia, who lacks the temerity, the balls to tell the boss and Nkrofo say the omo ye ne no omo ka kire say on the day of the voting omo de member of parliament one na chieftaincy minister and ye nyina ya wa so oyare wanya stroke omo de to ambulance mobile General Siedun Ketia said say wenwura the chamber, the floor of parliament, but clearly okohwe parliamentary records mu a he was marked present. Is that how it works? Because nipa ne da you can say ambulance him. So the ambulance ma, how come say etimi ba present on the floor of parliament? Now so one more area parliament and no, they were marked absent.
Also of our MPs, NDC MPs who were present in the house were all marked absent. What is the purpose?
The day has been exhausted. Your members, the minority, did not have the opportunity to do that. What has been the conversation between you and the minority leadership?
And I'm saying that why should it happen like that? That a house of record, like the House of Parliament, you can begin cooking documents, because it is strange that for the first time in the history of this fourth Republican Parliament, you don't have an item for the correction of votes and proceedings. Those who don't understand votes and proceedings is correction of the previous minutes before you proceed with today's meeting. There is no opportunity there. And then you go and look at the minutes, which is the votes and proceedings. You see that there are mistakes. I won't call them mistakes. They are actual fabrications. And so to deny the House opportunity to identify those insertions for correction, you don't give them opportunity in today's sitting. So it is also not the correction of votes and proceedings is also not provided for on this. So are we saying that when the clerk prepares the minutes, that should be taken as final, because the opportunity to correct is also
right? So quickly, these are allegations. In fact, it's not allegations. These are facts. General Siedun Ketia presented to you the clerk of Ghana's parliament supposedly has been compromised. So if he has been compromised, at the end of one argument, a Beman Crawford, Maba Parliament, or because of me absent, now or the other ambulance, or no mommy present on the floor of Parliament. Does it clearly shows that Nanado is using every means possible, so about destroy your democracy? And you see, we need to look in the face of Akufo-Addo and tell him the truth. Say, oh my God, and Yamodia said here in the face, Muma Guinemono, Wone Kanofoyata ne, Gabi Ochreda, Konomo Amakano, the mentality say, Mona Nanom, fight J, the freedom, hey, Tia Hana Yansa, Tia Mamka some chill. Mona Nanum before so mobile for me UGCC. Then Crawford said, Mensa Sabamo. In the 1897, Omunyina Oma make sure say, O my Ghana, the freedom na ye hiano, Oma seti Aborigines Right Protection Society. Fathers of Nkrofo Wamu ye can say New Kwabena mo Wamunyina fighting for the freedoms of this country. Etinyamo nkwamu na nanom fighting for the freedom of this country. In any case, the primus inter pares of fighting for the freedom of this country, obviously. So in the head of these people, they think so money or modia, and as and when anything they want is what they will do in this country. Other than that, Yabakonia correct the illegality which a lawyer who is supposed to know better becoming the president of this nation under the leadership in any rule, and Yama be lawlessness going on everywhere. The president of the republic, State of the Nation address, our worker austerity measures, finance minister, Ediato Akwemu, say, oh my Ghana, wait. But
the measures that have been announced by the Minister for Finance are meant to demonstrate.
Wait. This is what Akufo-Addo has been doing over the years. Bring Crawford niswa. Yama ameno amuti jom. Omo carpenter for mason for no money aje or so ite bone ha. The measures that has obwa muntie de all kaniye. We don't focus on exactly what Akufo-Addo says. We now have to scrutinize exactly the words that comes out of the mouth of the president. Yabesha word one after the other, and yes, I ne bro for you send a bro for in any case. Sir, the way I come bro for no crown. Maybe I'm position, say a British accent to, say UK, you can say US accent to, say one person in maybe a accent in the free. The measures that has been no, we are going to watch you. You better the walk and near scrutinize it. You.
The measures that have been announced by the Minister for Finance are meant to demonstrate that we are aware that we are in difficult times and we are addressing.
Okay, thank you. So as a leader, the question I want to ask Akufo-Addo, at what point in our obey aware say we are in difficult times? Because I cannot phantom. Look, I have told you on several occasions, Bishia president one time. And Ambusa president, it looks like the things are Ghana for expecting he's not doing any of them. Some of the things that we expected said President Akufo-Addo would do, and yet the late John Pombo Magufuli of Tanzania. And we thought this guy was going to emulate John Pombo Magufuli's style of leadership. At the end, na omo COVID bre enso now there was no COVID. But John Pombo Magufuli said, one, Obia would drive a by V8 and making sure says a person drive a car that is above 2.0 liters. Wangasa na abeto the annual fuel. Abai is not going to do that for you. Obia was says a woo to acquire some first class in business class, and Abai is not going to fit that. Or no Angasa president in a fly economy. So you guys have to make sure. And this is the leadership that came from the people. Now COVID-19 behind my way back in 2015. John Pombo Magufuli of Tanzania. Obaye, Tanzania is about 2 times the size of Ghana by land size. It is about 2 times the size of Ghana by population. John Pombo Magufuli but 35 ministers. Was it 35 ministers? What am I doing with 35 ministers? And one was so bad 19. So people thought that Akufo-Addo was going to do these things. Unfortunately, Obaye was in a topsy-turvy. He turned everything upside down and started giving us some Rambo-style leadership, tantan timey, and then COVID-19 abba. COVID-19 abba. Practical leadership. And I'll tell you what practical leadership does. Now, we were expecting Akufo-Addo to come and tell us, and Yoma A, B, C, D, for the next 1, 2, 3 years. Still, he was reckless in expenditure. Last year alone, Onuangasa Tenase, and Wabro Nimse COVID-19 about Onimse state resources are being depleted. Onen yere enen nan nemprane you can say the bushia for Omuangasa rising or mu pay by 71%. Now, or 360 our back after a year come and tell us that taken by the finance minister. It clearly shows that we are in difficult times. Okay, clearly. So difficult times, at what point did he realize that we are in difficult times? Last year now, all to the pay by 70% no. Now on him say in difficult times, Anna. Last year now, Kasi and China Yerekano. Now on him say we are in difficult times, Anna. If he did not know, then clearly we lack leadership. Because Akufo-Addo, a leader, you must have a foresight. This is our resources. COVID-19 aba, ya wuchiri ye, or mine yenisika, pay rise be anyone for the next 2 years. And so Akufo-Addo command who pay rise 71%. Now on down after a year, no abeka says 71 no the man hono. What so by 30% in Tiemo Yensemano. Clearly he is not a leader. He lacks leadership qualities. He doesn't move the nation. Nobody follows him. He's only ruling. Yenti Akufo-Addo you.
The belt-tightening measures being set for members of the executive have been elaborated within this context. And I'm hoping that you're going to join us in this.
Nobody is going to join you because it is not leadership. It is not leadership. These are things and Kauba, why you did that? Ofuyata come and stand there, look at us in our face, no here, no catch it, say, Yati coupon, so by half, and by half, Ghana is going to save 60 million. So we are asking, in a year, Ghana spends about 120 million of the taxpayers' money for just coupons for fuel. Really? Really? And Akufo-Addo Moko Pedua say, no common sense could tell you, say, the time has come, some beji state resources, state VAT ni nyina esi ho, na mo small cars on be yusu, but rather, mo coupon 10, mo se mo teso aba. Are you kidding? Is that leadership? Ewa bra minu mienu nim se sa le gongas yi ye coupons no a, eno ne ade ma wo mo, empanimfo ye coupons no mo fa nya hwe. Egugu omo ka mu no mo hia ma no a ye ya guess for no omo so omo sa awe omo nti no omo de sa coupons ne mo omo, and you say you cannot withdraw that from them. Are you kidding? Akufo-Addo and Oforiatta, is that leadership? No, that is not leadership. Clearly you guys lack leadership. Dr. Achembi, is that what leadership is about? And why are you quiet? Dr. Achembi, why are you? Look, I'll tell you, we will come to you. Wait a second, catch you. Akufo-Addo third-term presidency will not happen. It will not happen. So long as some of us leave, it won't happen. Now, you can't Akufo-Addo.
This government remains alive to its responsibilities to the Ghanaian people. The difficulties of the time notwithstanding.
Wait. This government will remain alive to the difficulties of the Ghanaian people. If you are alive to the difficulties of the Ghanaian people, E-Levy and look, Minianum, listen. Yam pause a second, I'm in Yadia. Enra, Mema Kwaku also sechere, Essendi Sikama Obi Mame, Anna Esemi Tua Kwaku also sechere Enra. Listen, when we talk about this E-Levy thing, if you guys think it's a joke, it's not a joke. This is thievery. This is broad day thievery. Nobody can justify this nonsense anywhere. Look, Enra, me sorry anopano. Na me ni sika o me mobile money so. So clearly, esa me withdraw sika every me mobile money account room. At the bar, you can say me bank account. At the bar, me mobile money so. Na me transfer ma kwaku ousu sechere. Now look at what happened. Ordinarily, senka me sending sika every me bank account to my mobile money free. TNA, follow this conversation, free. Now me send ya makoko also sechere. If the amount is above 1,000, 2,000, first and MTN charge 1% no. Almost do 2,000 and above, it's 10 cedi throughout. That's correct. So in this case, se me send ya makoko also sechere. Na me pese kwakunya 2,000 exactly. The SME yense me de 10 cedi etoso. So the transaction, send me yi sika free me bank account edi aba to me mobile money. Na ma transfer ma kwako so sechere. Amount of 2,000. Eka me boy ye just 20 Ghana cedi. TNA. This is thievery and nobody is talking. Now with the introduction of E-Levy, send me ye free me bank account. Mind you, bank for they do charges. So yes, I withdraw one. They do charges. GCB does it. Other banks does it. Meme Bank, they don't do, but let's stick to a year averagely the 2.25% now you use as the basis. Now say me ye 2,000 free a year me bank account at the aba a year me mobile money so. Every a conform buying we say or budget me 2.25% averagely. So it means 45 Ghana cedi. Mind you, first nanka the whole transaction make you 20 Ghana. Now 45 Ghana cedi from my bank account to my mobile money. Now me send this ikana makwaku also sechere. Telco so ne budget 0.75 and you can say aban edge me 1.5%, making 2.25%. So in this case, message here another 45 Ghana cedi, making 90 Ghana. Mind you, se me pese kwaku also sechere. Enya exactly the amount of 2,000. So ono se bi enya charity work no ye. So esa me di another 45 Ghana cedi eto so mano. So transaction at first nanka metua 20 Ghana cedi. Aban we ye comfort to the point to say the same transaction you will pay 135 cedi. A whooping more than 250% increment in charges. If this is not broad day thievery, tell me what broad day thievery is. And you have Tibonkosu people who support this nonsense of a policy. And these are Nkrofo mortality or more say, or digital. digitalization. So why dream mu da ho na wonye tibon kwaso leader. Na so watimi aye digitalization Ghana for before so be weki omo app na wa brepa. Na se MTN for abomodian weki Ghana for app. Emfa scan share sum yem, emfa scan wu ye box sum, na say ye the scan abegu eye mobile money app so a. Any serious government with a vision, the last thing you want to do is like touch sa aspect of our economy. But because Sankrofo we omuye tibon kwaso Sankrofo we omuya kronfo and nobody is able to look into their face and tell them that you guys are thieves and you are stealing from the people. The same transaction that could have cost me 20 Ghana now is going to cost me 135 Ghana cedi. 250% increment. I mean, me pay atum say. May yet transaction 2,000 3 times a day. How much am I going to pay? That is 135 Ghana cedi times what? And you say this is not thievery?
We intend to continue to grow this economy and bring prosperity. That will only happen when we continue to invest in the future.
We will continue to invest in the future. You are not investing in the future. You are actually killing the future of this country because your savings in United Bobo Brain, you know, it say would the E-Levy ne babeje, but I swear wallahi talai yentuya. Look, se meya sa transaction way, na me 235 cedi. Me fat taxi free aya taifa. E de besene ko aya mal 7 ye beje me tete Ghana. Me say go back to aya taifa ye beje me tete Ghana. Because yi sika no a, the only thing that will lack here is time. Because yi say sika no a, na me de kwa to kokko so se kira account so me anye me 1 cedi anye me 1 peso. If you guys think you are smart, ye beje mobile money ni use na money so atimu say te ye nyusum yo. Sabi impredu asayati amungo fa mobile money my ne hotoye. Na BNC and nothing. We will go back to our old ways of doing things. Now let's look at Akufo-Addo Agenda 111. Before I go, let's hear Akufo-Addo Agenda 111. Asamo Okafa yenti no.
Mr. Speaker, I have to report, like all major construction projects, it is evident that the initial schedule we gave for the completion of Agenda 1 was overly ambitious. Identifying suitable sites around the country, for example, has turned out to be even more problematic.
Okay. I think I keep getting tired of this man and the way. And you see, Ghana phone focusing on their all can. The phone said we see Chemono and how can a leader come and give the people timelines to say A, B, C, and D? Okay. Then after a year, the leader shows no commitment to whatever he said. He comes back and tells us, Asamno can't see basic agenda 111. No. I must admit, it was overly ambitious. Overly ambitious in what way? You did not plan. You did not do any visibility studies. Now when you're just that person can be Magana for believe it can be. Okay. Then he goes ahead to say, finding suitable sites across the district to build these hospitals has become difficult. Then you ask yourself, Akufo-Addo, what kind of leadership is this? One, who are DCs across the country who represent you? So in a case of person who see hospitals and then you say, sloganeering. Couldn't you have just done the DCs or a place as part of your feasibility studies to put a hospital there? But clearly, he did not plan. Akufo-Addo did not plan. No one yet address or agenda 111 BR. Just as in 2016, Oko Toro constituency, Oko Yana Ejawahina or Hoka say, was Seranua, Sawaba, Wamunkreti, a dam Ketuabimano, na Eja no man for into me. Akufo-Addo sorry, I was this Wahina Kadia, and yeah, 1 village, 1 dam, without any visibility studies, nothing. Oko baby, yes, oh, Mr. President, Woba, I have a seat factory back or say 1 district, 1 factory, without any visibility studies. Clearly, Akufo-Addo is just an ad hoc kind of leader, and unfortunately, we have Bawumia who said, also Babuamia is economy. Bene Yahoo boy. Installation of apps and Kwanoye, we install our CMO and Semano. And I mean, Musa said, one we install it app on the CMO and Semana, do create app on the Sonja. We install apps. Ozi yamu yensemao. You create app on the day. So Yenti Akufo-Addo, last one. Now I'm right to the studio. And with me in the studio, no, Richard Kumado, your fraud and security consultant, Kofi Agra, governance and security expert, and also Yane Bekasa, Lawrence Amate Tete, executive secretary, Ghana National Poultry Farmers Association. Then you were a studio audience, Abdul Majid Nado Dama, or no a marketer and businessman. They will be asking questions. We will answer them. Then we go to Ransford Aleke, who is the Greater Accra Secretary, Mobile Money Agent Association of Ghana. Now you were Chumesiwa Leonida, Nana ya ononso your students, our GIG. They will be asking questions. We will all be deliberating how they think the country can be resolved, how they think Akufo-Addo can lead. But before that, Yanko Dr. Stephen as Yagaze Amwa, for the first time, Wakanya Asasam Kakra, I must be very honest. On a year news file, Yanko Stephen Amwa.
Some of these state agencies, we have no business having deputies and even double, couple, 2, 3. We have no business because we cannot derive the needed productivity from them. And the economy is the function of productivity and the labor size. So I agree with you 100% that most of these outlets or expenditures are extremely unproductive. And probably the crisis is rather now drawing the attention of the government to look at these areas very well. And sometimes you can make projections and promises along the critical activity part of your work. You might have forgotten some of them, but crisis can let you review your work and know that I agree with you. I think state-owned agencies, we need to look at those. Me, for instance, I disagree having NAPE, YEA, UIA, Maslow, Capital Venture. I'm against it.
Oh, hold on. So, Steka Ekachere said Akufo-Addo is only duplicating institutions for Onwagasane boys. Or he disagrees with NAPE, YEA, Maslow, Capital Venture, because 4 institutions here, or more the CEOs, our deputies, our cook, our chef, will be these 4 institutions, the same job no but the Akufo-Addo achichem. So he thinks Akufo-Addo in this time, yankari nyina mom na nipa bako heading nyina. This is nyansa tie hana seka nyansa wa woka. Na nso Akufo-Addo mfa. Wo mo ado ma twa mo wahia nyina ya tibonko people who cannot tell him the truth. But you see, let me remind Akufo-Addo say President Kufuor can say one of the things he regrets, we say or regret and he say, time when Buzi Aban was no, nobody was yet confident to tell the Prime Minister the truth. Nobody was confident to tell the Prime Minister the truth. Now, clearly in this country, nobody around the president is convinced and confident enough to tell Akufo-Addo the truth. And the consequences of these things will be high. Yenties, can you back to the studio?
They seem to be providing the same or offering the same services. Government can merge them, cut down expenditure on overheads and all these infrastructure and other things, so we can save money. So for this one that you are raising, if I even argue with you, I'm not being an honest person. Okay. And I think our government should listen to some of these good things and quickly make changes in these areas.
All right.
Me, if I had my discretion, I would delay all deputies. I'm not talking about ministries, state agencies. I would also let any land cruiser be used that is paid for by government, maintained by government, fueled by government to be parked. So when you are driving outside your region, you can use, but in the capital towns, you use small cars. These are some of the things we all agree. So this statement, I'm sure they will listen. Nobody should attack me because I'm an MPP man. We want.
These are practical things that Akufo-Addo and Fuforiata could do. This, you don't need any rocket science. You don't need any level of education. Some Yale, Nemo, your friend say, you can say, you Cambridge in Oxford. Namu debris and so namonenam. Namu sashisha bottom. Namu kekambro fakasia. And your brofakasia and your dibu mai. Kwame Nkrumah mu papa wo bu ye no wode nkrofo oba nko school ne bu mai ko body say ko jobo otuomo ko fiba komo ni ade they didn't go to any better school like mo enso mo bu mai proper and emu amona mo siase makoye la koko hwan. This is practical things. Stephen as you can say boy you can say stay amwa MP for share. So for the first time, he's only making practical argument. So if you lack or you are bereft of ideas, these are some of the ideas that you need to govern the country. But Mediciano, in the face of all this, the E-Levy parliament. Supposedly, you see a pass, whether it's an illegality or legal. The Assembly Court to Supreme Court. Akufo-Addo clearly knows the law so much. Say, Sebio Assembly the Supreme Court and ko bumra na enya Akufo-Addo ye so lawless. Obetwe ma Supreme Court and make a decision before so be appending the signature. But in this case, yanko Akufo-Addo the signature ashe E-Levy na say wasan wi. Okay, he signed it. Wasan. Okay. Or see, he doesn't care what Ethiopia. Or sign E-Levy, no. He say na E-Levy, no. Eti yehwe Supreme Court ediana obeka. If Supreme Court is going to say anything, the president has already prejudiced the decision of the Supreme Court. Because president and himself Supreme Court to be ruling and other than that, he would have waited for the Supreme Court to finish with their ruling before he append his signature. And somebody will ask, is this a lawyer who respects the rule of law? But let's move forward. You're moving forward. Now let's come back. In the face of these hardships, Nasa Ghana for Sua, yeah, finance minister na Oyare, and when I say Oyare, clearly you can see it on his face. Ni kidney, Wanwabe Jitum say ni kidney ni adinina say nobody's going to make an issue out of it. But the Amodia Professor Melson, one would have expected as a finance minister Yaria, Kamube catcher and say na Ghana for your bon hoka say, but nobody's telling us. Yanko insensitive finance minister Osa E-Levy asa. And you ask yourself, are you happy because you are taxing the people in this hardship when the US people are giving 10 billion discount for COVID-19 testing and things? Yanko finance minister. Guy said, Honorable Ken, we need you on the dance floor to show us the E-Levy dance. Wow. Wow. This is the highest form of insensitivity. And look at the way he was dancing. Let's go back from the beginning. Watch his demeanor. When he finishes, I won't say anything again. Let's go back. Repeat you. A good father by way. Ya me pe ne betimi asoso mu say they could do 2024 because the impunity with which they lead or rule these people, even in the face of it, senye COVID-19 E-Levy cake no betwa omuma E-Levy dance. Then you ask yourself, say in 1995 JJ Rawlings was an angel. Listen, if you compare Akufo-Addo to JJ Rawlings clearly was an angel. Because Akufo-Addo is a lawless person, an insensitive person. He lacks what leadership is about. And an encroachment in the chisua. Hey, Abraham also on TVXYZ. Medi Edu Okatakyei Afrifa mensa. Medami waba meba. Eye Owura Kofi Agra ewofia ha. Sanso na Richard Kumado ewa ha. Lawrence Amate Tete wa ha. And we have a studio audience, which is Abdul Majid, Ransford Aleke, and Chumesiwa Leonida. Omwa ha. And kwa baby Abraham also on TVXYZ. Medami waba yesia.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, good papa.
Ganabam, if your waist, all your body, you make
Basa.
Thank you so much.
Me ba cho ma me Ghana ba mo ni. Kese ni mi no ketu ana mi ansa. What are you? Ghana Bam. To wait here from doctor no. Where are they? Oh my God. Mr. Tiabako. Ghana Bam. Yan to emba to her. Efesa Tiabako nti. Efen chuobi 20 cedis.
Ni doctor. Ni mo se me Ghana Bam kan. Sa tuo. So so. It me kan Ghana Bam. Ghana Bam. You can resist.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural.
Easter Chirawodo, Menso Mediani, XYZ Broadcasting, Eddie Easter Chirawodo, Eddie Ababe Boadi, and Yasam Ketwa. Easter Way, Yabetre Oman Fodo, na Oman Fayetro Modo, Ayan Crofua, Wonumo any Ashafo, Enkakani Wonoma Womo in Yankafie, Yetra Womodo, Amanyankopo Donoso Aswomoso, Enti Brabeka XYZ Broadcasting Limited for home. Na Easter Friday, 15th April 2022, Yanko Inyankafie, na Yanko Yadoye. Enti Yesho bien cry say, Bibi Bia wo bia.
Say Yesika, Ediane, Anonom dear, Entoma, Entadie, Samena, Empabwa, Yabejino Odoso.
Kitwa bien sha, enti e free ne yeko, ubetumi de wachede aba, edani dura e de akwakoche. Number now ubetumi de usika sende so. 0597 215419 0597 215419 na mebusem etre dunkron ne chichemu dunson ese ne wo hunu ohiani mobono wo ye ede manyankopon na nyankopon so ese tua sa nipa no eho ka
Easter Trewodo menso medieni bejana mama yese.
Ifo kra na menyisika edia ye mefui.
Ehifa pa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamu akwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ahodo bi te se dwadefo abosia, ekoko abosia, susu account. Ene da so wo ho savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka se.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hours.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes. Check. Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks. Your safety, our priority.
Check. Auto checks.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Oh, it's free, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
You still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
All right, that's all Abraham also on TV XYZ. From last week, Mrs. Sa, the face of the show, Kakra, said, Ebeya, Medical Kacho said, Nkrofu LED, they are bereft of ideas. Practical things, Ebebua, Amu, Minor Kosorono. Who actually is thinking for the nation? Nobody is thinking for the nation. And for that matter, I am coming up with practical solutions. Yeah, the Nkrofu from all walks of life. Omwakasa will tell us the problems they are facing as a people and how they think we can actually resolve them. Eti anka metumia omo omubu mai eso omo tena show yi ho no omo for omo pen no omo paper no omo taking notes say man for ne say no omo pese we lead you when you are leading people sebi impreduasa you don't lead them from a envelope position, a distance position. You lead the people from their own point of view and how they see things. With me in the studios here Ora Richard Kumado, fraud and security consultant. Good. Sanso na Ora Kofi Agra governance and security analyst.
Thank you. I don't.
The Radia Singh. Lawrence Amate Tete, executive secretary de Ghana National Poultry Farmers Association. Akwaba. Then we have studio audience and no Chumesiwa Leonida Nanaya students out free GIG. Chumesiwa Kwaba. No, you should take the microphone. I think for the two of you. You can ask your question. Akwaba you. Chumesiwa Leonida. Leo na kame dibio maybe a chum when I come Leo. But maybe a gun and in a me free home. And we are gonna know ye from. Young Kozu Ora Abdul Majid Nado Dama or a marketer and businessman. Akwaba. Right. So back to the studio and America Kacham we are going to Tracer Ora Ransford Aleki Abakaya who on a Greater Accra Regional Secretary for Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana. Yanni be dinkomo. Yabusa E-Levy a dear and a baba. By Yamra to the studio. Now men started with Richard Kumado, our fraud and security consultant. Akra, so far, quick one. The state of the nation. Nanado Bema state of the nation, which I call it state of storytelling, because it looks like a telling story and Oma promises. Meanwhile, the current state of the nation when it comes to security. You have been in the security field for more than 2 decades.
The current state of democracy now you're running. A service vehicle for fraud.
Service vehicle for fraud. Fantastic.
And the whole democracy now package be buy to commit fraud against the people and the state.
Okay.
And it's a one young leader to say Magofolia or kind of one. On the governance structure no be a bit of a problem. And I nyano. And for Stephen Amwa, mostly no you're very emotional. But for the first time, I can say be almost
okay.
Our developmental party and our development strategies ni se ba say ye bo man say the way ye be fa bo man no almost na kan be boa. At least ono ye MP and ye MPP member and ye the citizen of Ghana. But se ba in January se ba security. I mean it is a president can any major policy direction in terms of national security and I say public safety guarantees. Now, Oshe said because it's all the president of ECOWAS in the face of coup d'etat, who can commentary now why mistake who can coup d'etat to me becho.
It's becho.
Oshe near Kosovo Boku any sanyaman. Wama any clear guidelines say
policy
this
direction.
Is the direction and to me personally,
what can say policy direction? A dear pan and I will expect so beka. Meaning so man panic for time when there was a huge unemployment situation. Saku 4 gallons and semi buy. I know said they saw it as a national security threat, which could probably cause an uproar, insurrection. Now, what exactly in this situation and the Kufuor's government and a problem, no, and again now expecting Quebec as the remedy for the problem.
On the State of the Nation address and structure in a creative problem here. And on say yes celebrity 6 months in Chabia.
Right.
6 months say school quarter me ba mo ba be matches in this anam. As a state, that is where you need to make your education policy.
Okay.
And now what hitting like level 1, 2 as a president.
Okay.
And it's about May 1st, which is a workers' day.
Now I give your policy
exactly on
so
employment.
It shouldn't be a single day.
Exactly, because you can't your politics as usual. And now Obabekan road. That is exactly what finance ministers do. And tell your duplication of functions now to be a but because there were issues of Boko on our hands, there were issues of coup d'etat on our hand. There were issues of insecurity. There were issues of COVID. Nina, just have issue, a security issue. And to I can say, President Babeman, the state of the nation, he could have said, no, okay, I don't speak for the president, and I don't think for
in your view, no,
in my candid view, no, he could have talked about what has been the challenge for Ghana in terms of security.
Okay.
And now I have met my security chief, and to share US and the UK because it's only a con men and women. What they do is before the state of the nation, they will go and meet the security chiefs to create a psychological perception. Say they are doing something about it, and the policy directions from the security meetings, then they bring it to the State of the Union. So at the State of the Union, when you watch Joe Biden, he's talking about what came out of that.
And
no,
okay.
But the other way around. And tonight I can say the state of democracy and the way they are implementing it without the structures to maintain productivity. See, and one leaders like Steve Amwa around the president to can say no, the way I hear a creative problem is the order of the day.
And Yama Mienu Baina Menkokufiagra so Anna Ususu say President Ebo so say my policy direction when it comes to issues of national security. A bit to me, I bet because whether we like it or yes, and then go for a break, the way things are going. Osha a year coup d'etat say see or my Ghana move from a year 1966 ABC and the reasons or Modia Maye. One, the people are in hardship, and they Musa are the people in hardship. Total, they are. What person here fake and abe. Almost say the leadership is exorbitant, the leadership is not in touch with reality. And Musa is the leadership in touch with reality. No, they are not in touch with reality. Now, it clearly gives us a reason to be scared and afraid with a history. And Yama Ben Baku Mienu Ananka president, Ebetimi Aboso as the policy directioner. And Mama, who number from Gakra?
In the backdrop of Nyaoka, Pediase Lodge.
Right.
And see, the president can pretend, say, Omoko Pediase Lodge, you know. They talk about ABCD. And see, if I'm the president, which I'll become one day,
I like that.
When you stand there and you are speaking, I'm the president of Ghana, meaning, say, things have become a bit rough in terms of employment, in terms of finances, in terms of job production, in terms of even food security and prices of goods and services. This is what I have done, and it was even part of decisions I have taken with Pediase Lodge. All you are doing is to boost confidence and inspire the people. That is what leaders do. But if you come and speak the way you rattle it, nobody even understand what you are saying. No, it creates more anger. And anger is what creates insurrections and inconsistencies and demonstrations and anger and all that.
Okay, Ora, Richard Kumado, fraud and security consultant. Why your national security is the way he was part of it. Are you still part of it?
Once in, never out, but I'm a consultant.
Once
in, never out.
Okay. That's
it, me.
Now, President Nama State of the Nation address. What year, me sure what went in total crana, snippets and bits and pieces of it. What do you make of one, leadership of the country at this particular point? Any austerity measures, austerity measures, I'm and your ma, you see, your moya boss, your moon tighten and war, na intimate unquay anymore. What do you make of it?
Okay, me that say, so my Miss Hakunya, every time me has a chance, we are because and yes, maybe I want him there to be our but we opportunity. I say, and so we are there for a national agenda. Yeah, we are one and keep and say, and be but they are one number two accidents now. You know, I'm saying, but could be essential or a central region go more somewhere. And probably 3 or so somewhere. Is in fact we need to really work at these things. Now, Mrs. 1 month ago, na the park was sure be in if I share pictures now, so gory, and I think that we should up our game on this.
That is also part of national security threat.
Public safety issue.
So, President said we ye acquire 10,829, which experts say okay, cut what was and so free here come Heathrow Airport. Now, Uko UK, Scotland, a chief presidents were year coin. Now, you besides say president a year coin. 2 major cities in this country, which is Accra and Kumasi. 275-kilometer stretch. Even say, dual carriage here, dual carriage here. It's double of it here, which will not amount to even 2,000 stretch. Acquire no way. An accident in where are the rules?
Well, as for accident, you see, there are a lot of imperatives to accident. Like you said, road is one of the key elements. We are dual carriage. Research should say, and it mitigates the a lot. Yeah, but of course, attitude so are very key. I mean, drivers need other road users, drivers. More attitude, and what I mean, the overspeeding. Most of that is what guys crash. And then also know a very big factor, the police and the National Road Safety Commission for they have to seriously work at Cable issues because too many lives have been lost through accidents and what coming back to Sonanu State of the Nations now of course this is a constitutional charge on the president according to Article 34 Iowa under Chapter 6 Directive Principle of State Policy say every year the president should come before Parliament, the people's representatives, to account for issues do whole chapter actually about the safety, welfare of the people, economic issues, issues of security, issues of equality, and so many things. And every year, president should come. Of course, constitutional under Article 34 and prescribe a very particular way. As a president, and present his idea, but of course,
the Constitution said it has to appear before Parliament.
Exactly, not on trade.
But in this case, Ura Kumado say we should probably move away from president coming to stand in front of us for 2-3 hours, rattling to us. Now, at every given point in time, say Oshia sit matcha, you say students and who we give our educational policy. May 1st, you say. at every given point in time, maybe finding a hubiano. No, am I the state of the nation and the policy direction for the nation? That is what he's saying. What do you think?
No, before then, go Europe and America. Once on holidays, no, planning in such a way, say a very marketing officer is here. All their holidays is marketable, productive. My holidays say I'm for call beach and I say I'm for should go every holiday they give is channeled towards national development agenda. And as the leader, who opportunity to take advantage of many of those things. Say, Ubabeka, what the finance minister would definitely come and see and make it a little bit more traditional culture and fanfare. If you say the fanfare nature of our governance structure and also can some of the unproductive natures of many of the things we do.
I'm taking notes. Medical catch him say, "Mum for mo pen and mo paper." But our mind know you are bereft of ideas. Yeah, my ideas. These are the people. How they think you should rule them. Mun taking notes. Na mun deliberate. Ya mudi flip the asba any more. Mun taking notes.
And you know the way I make I know. And to be say mostly no, this one is now presidents presenting they are quite skeletal and your mobile or mutashi way I think it lasted for 1 hour and 18 minutes or so, and but within that structure no, definitely there are key issues definitely any presenter of such a program or speech will be able to touch on, and you share president here or touch on Yama Bakumi no COVID here. And the way manage it. And truth be told, I mean, regardless of your challenges, no, I think that we need to because COVID by no, in fact, not a boy but I think say to be honest and to thank God, no, Ghana no, casualty levels no, Ninyama Bebre, expect no, and Sisa, and I think he touched on that, and then he went ahead to acknowledge the fact that economic issues, no, he talked about himself as a father and grandfather. As a president and as a leader of government business, and acknowledges the fact that there's some level of anxiety. We don't need the social to tell us that. There's some level of anxiety in the system in terms of prices escalating, in terms of the economic situations and security and all that. But I think that for me picking a man back in life governance and security especially. Now the key issues now are higher or my mupano. Structure of our economy, number one.
Of the economy.
Structure of the economy.
Economy.
No matter whichever president comes, say a structure. Number two, issues of expenditure, public expenditure especially. Then you come to corruption.
Okay, so we talk about structure of the economy.
Structure of the economy.
Issues of expenditure,
and then corruption.
Okay. And corruption.
Yeah.
Now you all care about a structure of the economy.
Structure of the economy is this. Once a president can say, Juma or tunnel irrigation. I went to Nabrongo 2000 and I think about 3 years ago, and I saw the state of the tunnel irrigation that I championed it as far back as 1979, which I say, and then the determination is a Juma or tunnel irrigation. We have to look more and other things. The point is. Agriculture is strength. Yes, sir. Because you import capital goods, cars, ni machines, ni mabibre, nyankupa shrai. We have all the lands. We have the water bodies. We have everything. Why are we so much depending on export, importation of everything? Which I say, so the balance of what we call trade, between import and export, at every point in time, why? So way back now, all the policies that were formulated from Kwame Nkrumah's time were geared towards exactly. Now, Yankasa, we build our industries. We make sure that we give importance to agriculture.
That is why President did one district, one factory policy by has it worked?
The point I'm making is say,
structure. You said the structure of the economy, whatever I say, and we have one district, one factory.
Forget about that.
Then hold it. You have Komeda Sugar Factory.
Yeah.
Which you borrow money to build,
but it's rotten away.
Raw material is there.
I am telling you that there's a problem with the structure. If we are taking steps,
okay,
what steps are we taking so far? If we take agriculture, yes, we are taking some steps. We are trying to do, like I say, we want to do one village, one dam, blah blah blah. The point is that where are we with these programs?
You need coherent structure.
Exactly.
National development plan, a bigger agenda, which all of these things will feed into. And then
what I'm saying is that every president that comes to this country who said you are president, we don't need anybody to tell us, say, there's a problem of agriculture. Yeah. This planting of food and whatever, at least some seedlings are being supplied here and there. Youth in agriculture and all. The point is that let's share Nyama Wekina, let's penny Yesika in agriculture and make sure say the lands that we have there, where we have to do irrigation, whether it's one factory, one down, one village, or whatever, it should not be slogan. This thing should be seen to be done.
The current state of it, is this sloganeering? No coherence, is that what you say?
Whatever the state is. The way our state would tell you, I don't think say even the minister and the president say is so satisfied. We are satisfied, baby. Yes. But the point is that let's make sure say
if the man is not satisfied, the man just came to parliament. Give the state of the nation. The state of the nation is what you are telling the whole world that this is where we are as a nation. So if you are not satisfied, tell people, because cover the buyer no. Say your mobilization. Churches cried your musical realm. And I had this kind of come. What did they do with the money? So you are the president.
That's the point I'm making.
So the structure of the economy. One second. Idea Niama Mienu and Nay, and also say ye tweaky was structure of the economy. One. And my Ghana couldn't
improve agriculture.
How do we do that?
Let's take. We don't need a sucia. Master, you were all the experts in this country. How much rice we import into this country every year? How much poultry do we import into this country every year?
Poultry for it,
don't you know these things? So much. Go and see the amount of rice that comes into this country. Are we saying we cannot produce rice in this country and feed ourselves very well? Are we saying we cannot improve our poultry situation in this country? So the point is that we don't need a solution. I'm telling you, Obian himself, problem, let's solve the problem once and for all.
So your problem with importation.
You
imported too much. So we should revert back to the drawing board. Now, yenya coherent policy. Ebebua ama yetimi improve agric.
It's as simple as that.
Okay. Then from there,
issue of trade. After whatever in this country, yes, you're at the epicenter of trade in Africa. Let's take advantage of it. Say yes, one is true, one fashion. You should not be like that. Slogan. Let's be true for ourselves. Say Juma, let's be truthful. Say Juma, and Juma, let's say it. What do we do to improve? Factories now establishing. Nkuma establishing factories back in the 60s and the rest. Meat factories were there. Factories were over there. The point is that let's improve upon these factories and make sure say factories are working. If we need to give tax holidays to people like who call some of the enclaves in Tema, the free zones enclaves are. Let's make sure we don't need a social. These are low-hanging fruits. Say our factory should be working, the system should be working, and it should be seen to be working. Okay. Now taking advantage of the after Abba.
So in 1994,
that's right,
we passed two acts of parliament. Act 479 of Ghana's parliament and Act 480. Emma ye form BBI a friend the National Development Planning Commission.
That's right.
Now these two acts, that is Act NDPC Act, NDPC Systems Act, Emma ne be advisory body. And forcing moving forward as a nation. And Yamane Mayor independent constitutional body. Ono nebe formulating the direction and policy of the nation. All the political parties have to do. And they say, Yeba betua ba. Ombe to these acts, you can't say NDPC.
That's right.
No makoje the policy direction of the nation for the next 4 years. Then they tell us how they think, said they can make sure this is implemented. So MPP will tell us, in this case, Ghana, you said the next 4 years, you see hospitals do say, you see schools do say, you see gutters do say. And for that matter, you may when you achieve it. NDC also tells us how they are going to achieve it. Just so we don't have a case of Oba, where policy, where project meant to us. Now you see factories, Commander Sugar Factory, Negro. Do you think that we should have a national long-term binding policy which every political party will adhere to?
Minua, I think there were a lot of write-ups, there were documents, there were laws, there were BBI. But the point is, we cannot just put these things into action. Wait a minute. The implementation, look, there were ocean war Ghana, you'll be shocked. But we don't implement these things. Programs are okay. Who call Rwanda and the rest that today people are touting that they are doing that. The people are sadder after their war, after adversity. Let's take care of ourselves. Hey. We need to make a detour. I say change system, no. So like you are saying, politicians will come during electioneering. Oh, and the electorate are also there. Everybody's excited. Oh, your way. Oh, your way. Then they keep promising. But if we have that single document, like I say, looking at our state of affairs, this is what we want to get to in this number of years, short term, medium, and long term. These are the steps we are going. The strategy. These are the tactics. And it's a document, like I say, so whichever party comes, we are not thinking about only the next election, and that's the challenge. Because what I'm going to do, say the people will vote for me the next election. So everybody comes in for a want to let me just satisfy the people this way so they vote for me. But the long-term effect, is very important. And it's such a plan that you are talking about that will bind everybody that will come. Say, this is where the nation wants to go in agriculture, in this, in education, in this. And you are going to stick to that policy and work throughout. And I think I agree with that project. Secondly, I make an issue of expenditure. I want to say you were President Stephen Amwa. You see, the adversarial type of policy is one of the key problems. Because you're in this in here, Parliament, you are hoping to lie. We don't have people who are independently thinking, say, it's for nation first. Yeah, political party is okay. But for the nation first, and you acquire NDC, MPP. I remember please appear for if you remember that name. These are people who went to Parliament and who can stand even and criticize their own government and speak the truth. But then NDC for NDC. So that we'll come and beat MPP in the next election. MPP to want to do in a particular manner. Expenditure. Why are people not coming out and say, the austerity measures in the government, I think, last year, about this.
Okay.
But so, let me go quick. I'm talking about expenditure issue. There are a lot of issues we can do to cover expenditure.
Okay, remember, no, I'm
if you are talking about expenditure, it's leadership. Somebody was running government with about 88 something. You ran that the median from
35 to 19.
Yeah, research. Now 19. The total
but of course, I will come then but because of the time.
About leadership or something. It's about leadership because you move from 88 to about 1 million.
And 125.
Yeah, 1 million people.
What's it?
When you go to the office,
125
million. 1 million. We share the states, the department that fall under.
Okay, so thank you very much. Now, Yanko poetry for her. Now, Yanko what exactly is happening. But I did some poetry and the president can the state of the nation. Ora Lawrence Amatitete. Or can the state of the nation say manure cry the cocoa farmers and Ukraine one war manure no cry bimba. Now I see a resort to poultry. Poultry farmers mu condition mu state at the serpa and they as a people.
Okay, before akwenya we so achia obia marefo. Bem say assessing sona no. Ade ba ko a eye manage pa ne say president appreciated the fact that we are in difficult time. But just putting out there say we are in difficult time no. Niebe chere say you really appreciate the situation has to do with measures are obeying what about to kwemo. Me person me limit me home to poultry. See you kasa about Ukraine war no and the impact on making fertilizer available for production. Over the years, and I say may assess effort by the Ghana National Association of Poultry Farmers in getting, government to realize the potentials and also.
No me mama kusu been waiting. No am number for na work.
Say e be yebema aban we hu so poultry industry no opportunities bebre wom bebi aye free any bebi aye abeduni niema ye ya ye betumi akonkan ni but unfortunately no yentumi enya that needed attention say mekaye a sisi ya me na mo ka say no poultry industry no ewo situation bi mu a ebi bad in the history of
here
sisi ya no say e bro and I say raw materials are ye di prepare feed no kra no adding
Planting for food and job searching, you know.
And they say, Okokoto feed, 50 kg of feed, a bag of feed. Say, you're 180. The next day, na week, I'll be kono. Okokotono, 140. Me no kase ankasa farmers be brave afford it up. Ebinu muso eton omo nkoko prematurely. Ni aye ni say with previous governments in say in anticipation of shortage of any of the feed commodities now. We write to the minister prompting him say this is a likely situation to happen. In order for him to put up the processes for us to import these commodities. But Emra Yesana, near Minister Kache and say, we have a lot of maize in the system. Inti Emra Yehu say, baby, I near Meduna was say, ye di any brainy, you know, and we hear MT the sector ministry, you know, for them to take a drastic action, you know. What the minister said was that importing maize, you know, will be the last resort. So it clearly tells, say, yeah, presentation, no? Catcher and said, this is the situation on the ground. He's telling us, say, he's already sent his boys to the field. And that, you know, asema catcher mono. Oh, no.
More catcher minister, no, the two states of a situation. Was one there was someone